Now, there are universes that aren't in duality. There's just universes of light and, astral planets. Higher astral planes are supposed to be really, really beautiful and unlike anything here on Earth. And then above that, there's the causal, which is like the idea realm, which you can create your own infinite universes. That's the closest thing to heaven that they talk about in. And that's where you want to go.
Yeah.
That's where you want to go.
Yeah, well, based on what you described, it must be a really hard sell to get people to leave the astral plane if there's this like place where it's just bliss, and to come back to this place where it's just pain, misery, betrayal. So it's like, yeah, I guess you really want to have your soul evolve to want to come back here and
Yeah.
get to
Well, you
learn
get
some
pulled
lessons.
back. You get pulled back. And we didn't talk about this much, and I know maybe we're running out of time here, but I want to go over this really quick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's binding agents in the 3D reality, Earth reality, to be incarnated here. And I like teaching by telling stories. Let's say you and I, we're brothers. We're good Christians. We go to church every week. We meditate a little bit. And we're antique jewelry dealers. Okay, so we've got this incredible collection of antique jewelry. Beautiful. We get written up in magazines. Johnny and Rod, they have the best antique jewelry collection in all of United States. We win awards, all this stuff. We go around to shows and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we get in a car accident. We're both critically injured in a car accident. We're good Christians. We go to church every week. We're both laying on our deathbed. In our final hour, what are we thinking about?
Not the business, right?
99 out of 100 people thinking about their jewelry business.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Still,
it's that binding agent. It's that
that draws us. Wow.
it draws you back to more incarnations. And it could be anything. It could be resentment, jealousy, anger, greed. What if we're brothers and I secretly hate you? Then that's
See
even
that happen.
more of a difficult next incarnation. Got to work out like how to not hate my brother and how to not be attached to a jewelry business. You know what I mean? So we're constantly working these things out from lifetime to lifetime. So what is the secret of life then? It's reducing these binding agents, these things that pull us back into future incarnations. So we don't have to be reincarnated then. We can come back at our own will. And like Mahavatar Babaji, one of the great yogis of India that taught Paramahansa Yogananda, he can move his body from the higher astral planes, and he can materialize his atoms into a physical earth plane at will. That's where you want to be. You don't want to have to keep being pulled back, and like the Tibetans call it, this wheel of samsara, these conflictive emotions that keep pulling you back into more and more lifetimes. And then you have a lifetime where you're a rock star, and you have all these people loving you, worshiping you, and you believe that you're God, and you're laying on your deathbed, and I'm God, I'm a rock star. Oh my God, I don't want to die. I don't want to die because I'm going to not be a rock star anymore. Well, guess what? That's going to pull you right back into more future incarnations. So
That's interesting. And while I like to think that humans are more evolved, like in our final moments, we'd be thinking of, what's ahead, but that actually makes sense. And you're probably right, so
yeah.
to say is probably think of something petty that a lot of us just get drawn right
Well,
back.
I know it's true because I've known people that have worked in like end of life things, and
that's
all
what
they're thinking about is their real estate and their bank accounts, and then their families come in and lay the heavy trips on them. You owe Bobby Joe $15,000 from 20 years ago, and all this stuff. And people laying in their deathbed should not be focused on this stuff.